ESPN 1240 and online at WBBW.com. Ryan and Kristen brought to you by John L. Ford Lincoln on Route 14 in Salem. Hello, James from the 360 Sports Network. How are you?
I'm doing quite well. How about yourself, gentlemen?
We were talking about baseball. I noticed you sent me a little message on Facebook about networks, and you are partially right. Having games on TBS does you no favor.
No, it doesn't.
People who are watching TBS are watching it for comedies. They're not looking there to watch for sports. So if they see a baseball game is on, they'll go away.
TNT, they were putting, which I didn't even know they were allowed to put baseball on, but yeah, it's Turner, so sure. I will give you this, the TNT has done a fantastic job promoting themselves as a basketball network.
They have, and that's the thing. I mean, Turner, they've had, it's off season, but you're right. Turner, they've broadcast Brave games forever, and that's been pretty much it. Now they're starting to expand and get a lot more games for all teams around the country, but still, a lot of people who are going to TNT are looking for a drama series. They're not looking there to watch a basketball or a baseball game. So they see that, especially a playoff game, maybe they're not really looking for it. They're looking for their Law and Order. They're going to turn it off and go find something else.
Well, how about I didn't even know they were showing games on TNT?
Yeah, and this is the first I remember seeing playoff games beyond TBS and ESPN and Fox. I normally spend those three. I can't believe that they went to TNT. Good for them trying to expand, but you got to be able to publish that more. If people don't know where to find a game.
Yeah, maybe tell someone.
No, and I mean that's the thing. I like you said, I was messaging you on Facebook talking about my beloved IndyCar series. Same thing. Their NBC Sports Network really doesn't do a great job of publishing all the races that are coming up. Wouldn't you know? Yeah, when they're on that channel, they're pulling about a .7 average of the Nielsen. When they're on ABC or ESPN, even if you take out the Indy 500, they're double that, about a 1.5 on average. So it's all about the networking. People who are looking for sports are going to go to ESPN, and even if it's something they might not be completely interested in, if they see it, they're going to keep it on because it's on ESPN.
Well, James, are you excited? Like, are you vested in the World Series tonight?
Well, I'm a lot more than many normal people. My family's originally from Detroit, so I've always had a piece of my heart with the Detroit teams. So I and my entire family is pretty pumped for the game tonight. But even if not, I would at least be partially excited. I'm just glad that we don't have an Oakland versus San Francisco, because that would just be killer for us here on the East Coast, and really be a killer for baseball in general. That West Coast, just no matter what you do, you don't get the publicity for it out here. So having that Bay series could have been really bad. But I think it's going to be a great series. I'll throw my prediction out there just because I say Tigers in 5.
Okay. Well, now we have that out of the way. I'm in a bad way now. After Maurice Jones-Drew's injury, he might be done for the rest of fantasy season. Who knows? And, of course, the same week, the first week of that, of course, Ray Rice decides he wants to go on a bye. So I still have Alex Green, but I don't know even who in the world I could even go and get that is worth a darn for a running back to play this week for me until Ray Rice gets back. Who is even out there?
Rashad Jennings, the backup for Maurice Jones-Drew. He's the first guy you got to look for, especially if it's an extended injury. He's probably already gone though by now, right?
Yeah, he was gone before the injury.
And some people were expecting Jones-Drew to get hurt, and a lot of people even handcuffed him. I wasn't as solid on that, but yeah, he's gone. Another guy you mentioned, Alex Green. He was somebody that I was actually going to say to pick up. Vic Ballard for Indianapolis is still out there in a lot of leagues. Daryl Richardson from the Rams is stealing a lot of carries, almost 50-50 with Steven Jackson. He's probably the best one that's out there in more leagues, in more than 50% of leagues. Those would be the top guys I would look for. If you're getting a little bit more desperate, you can try at Rob Stephen Howling, who had a huge week last week. I don't expect those numbers to quite continue, especially this week with Minnesota, but that might be your best bet for this upcoming week.
It's such a thin running back field out there this year. It's unbelievable.
It really is, and it's because that workhorse back is completely gone. There's no real great guys, and you could be able to pick up essentially the 32nd best starting running back, and he'd still get you 20 carries. That's not the case anymore. That's how it was 5 years ago. And I'm feeling you. I'm in the same way. I traded away one of my running backs because I had a lot of them, Jones-Drew gets hurt. I have Ray Rice on bye this week as well. It's it's just bad timing. It just seems to be the way it works.
Who was the running back for the Rams?
Daryl Richardson.
Someone took him up and ruined my day.
It wasn't Ryan, now, was it?
No, he's shaking too. See,
Oh, boy.
I'm in a bad way. I went up. Here's what I basically already did. I have one more roster spot, and I can go for another one. I had to take a gamble that Richardson's not going to be healthy for Cleveland, and I picked up Hardesty in the hopes that he's going to get some carries.
And that sounds like that might be about as good of a guess as any. Last report that I had heard was that they might be holding him out. I mean, when you try to come back, 8 carries, 8 yards, and then just get pulled again, they'd be smart. A young guy, rest him up. Obviously, this year is not going the way the Browns would like. Get him healthy, get him going, so that he's going to be good for future years. You can't destroy essentially your franchise player right now in his rookie season to try to salvage a 1-5 season at this point.
Well, James, I know that me and you, before the season started, have went back and forth about the Browns quarterback and who it should be. But you know what? There hasn't been a day in the last 2 weeks that I haven't had the NFL Network on, and they were going over fantasy sleeper pickups that Brandon Weeden's name wasn't mentioned. Do you think he's a good option to pick up?
I think I don't know about picking him up.
If you need a quarterback for a bye.
For bye, if you need a quarterback, if say maybe you had Matt Castle and as your backup and he's out, then yes, somebody like that, you could pick Weeden up as a very potential backup. He's throwing for 300 yards a game. There's no reason not to. It's something that leads to, I mean, those are pretty good fantasy numbers, especially if you're in a yardage-heavy league. I mean, he's not getting it in the end zone as much as you would like for a fantasy quarterback, but you can't argue, and especially with some of the matchups. I mean, this week against last week against Indianapolis, I mean, same thing. It was more of they were more of a bad run defense, so that was what was going to be first. And you're going to have that for especially a rookie quarterback. They're going to play what the defense gives them. So that's the only worry, but he's definitely a sleeper every week, and if you need somebody, I wouldn't hesitate to pick him up at all.
That's good. Anyway, I got one more thing I want to throw at you here. I'm going to a Halloween party on Saturday, okay? You want to hear my costume?
I saw you were asking for a Colt McCoy jersey, so how are we going to demonstrate Colt McCoy?
All right, here's what I'm going to do. Because I feel that although the Browns' season is in the tank nearly halfway through the year, judging by the way people have spoke, that Brandon Weeden has proved himself to be the Browns' quarterback. Here's what I'm going to do, and if you tell me, you tell me if you think it's a good idea. I think it's a grand idea. Getting a Colt McCoy jersey, going to get myself some white sweatpants, paint the old brown stripe down there, make myself a little Browns uniform. Going to wear a headset. I'm going to carry a clipboard. I'm going to have drawn tears going down my eyes with the clipboard reading, "I used to be good at Texas." And I'm going to dye my hair blonde.
It's worth it just for dyeing the hair blonde. No, that's pretty good there.
Thank you.
No, enjoy, and I better see pictures of that one.
Oh, you will, my friend. That one. I am ready for that one. That's my victory day.
Exactly. Well, and talking about, he will be a former Browns quarterback shortly, I believe. But I mean, you also got to look fantasy-wise, and just for a possibility of just how will he do. Brady Quinn down there in Cleveland. You mentioned a couple of days ago, hit some new Browns, the Browns of 07 down there with Romeo Crennel coaching as well. I actually think Quinn will do pretty well down there as a starting quarterback.
I bet he doesn't. I hope he does. I'm with you. I'd like to see him do good because I don't really thought he ever got a really fair shot here, but I don't really think he's anything special either. So
he's definitely got more than what he's been able to show. He didn't get the great shot in Cleveland, certainly didn't get a chance in Denver when every scout out there said he is the best of these three quarterbacks. Orton got the start because of experience and then Tebow mania. So I'd like to see him finally get the chance that he's deserved really since being drafted.
Now, if he doesn't do good in Kansas City, is that like, okay, he's just not good?
Oh, yeah, that's the end of the line. I think, honestly, that's where I think Colt McCoy is going to end up going down. So he'll end up being released, getting traded, and hopefully get himself another shot somewhere else, and then you can see.
these quarterbacks who were good in college, they come out, and it's like, unless they're a starter, it's like it's beneath them. It's like, what is wrong with being just a good backup in the NFL? I mean, it's not like they're the first quarterbacks ever taken in the first round, and McCoy was a third-round pick, so that's not even a starting position. But, I mean, Quinn was a first-rounder. Matt Leinart, they're all backups. I mean, why is that so bad anymore? To just be like, yeah, I was really good in college. It's different here. But guess what? I'm good enough to be in the league and get a paycheck.
I would take that any day of the week. I will take being a backup quarterback. I'll take being a third-string kicker. If I can get me an NFL salary, I don't care what it is.
Get me a paycheck.
Yeah, no, I agree. But, I mean, you know, they've had that ego. They've had that mentality. I mean, look at it this way. Look at Cam Newton, who's probably lost 2 games since he was 10 years old. Now he comes in the NFL, all of a sudden he's losing. He doesn't know how to deal with it. Something like that really will get to some of these guys, and you have to, honestly, you learn more from losing than you do from winning. And until some of these guys, quarterback especially, Cam Newton especially, until they learn to grow up and man up and deal with it, they're going to be the headline, and they're going to be the ones that you see with the metaphorical tears in the clipboard on the sideline. So I just think that the whole idea is completely blown out of proportion. Who cares? I made it to the NFL. Maybe I'm not good enough in the NFL. Oh, well, I'm still getting paid for it. I'm still getting paid to run a scout team offense. I'd take that any day.
That's right.
Luke McCown has no problem picking up a paycheck to be a backup quarterback.
No, I wouldn't either.
Well, how about Charlie Batch? What is he, 72 years old?
I think he played with, like, I don't know, the original, Chicago Cardinals?
He's fine. He's been more of a coach than a player now. They don't even activate him. He's in sweatpants game day.
Yeah, he's on the sideline. It's like getting a sideline pass and getting paid for showing up.
Yeah. It must be nice.
I wish.
James, well, hopefully you help me out here. Running back is a tough situation. If you get an injury this year, you're in trouble as far as a running. I guess that's the way the league's running. I guess that's just the way it is now. There's not as many running backs that are going to get you consistent points, but
it is, it is. That's why I said from the beginning, draft heavy on the running back, because those injuries are going to come. So hopefully more people took that advice. I mean, I know some people waited till the 3rd round and didn't get their second running back till the 6th round. You had your second running back as Beanie Wells, which was bad to begin with. Then he gets injured. So, you know, it's all about draft strategy from the beginning, trying to build that team, but you got to be able to play that waiver wire game, and that's what we're here to do for you, to keep sending us your issues, and we can fix them up for you.
I thought I had depth. I had Benson and Maurice Jones-Drew, and they both took an injury. So
you never can predict what's going to happen.
No. All right, well, before I let you go, let's plug the website, James.
Absolutely. 360sportsnetwork.com. We are heavy into all sports, but mainly into the fantasy football right now, trying to make your team as good as it can be. Like you said, injuries and bye weeks absolutely killing you. Tune in to us where we're giving some waiver wire pickups. We can also analyze your individual teams, your trade propositions, who you should pick up, who you should start, sit, studs, all of the above. You can follow us on Twitter at 3S Network for constant updates, and just be a part of us, be a part of the show by sending us in anything that we can do to help your team or anything sports-wise. That's why we're here.
All right, James, we appreciate the call, buddy. Talk to you next week.
All right, good luck.
All right, James Dotson, 360.